I still see a lot of people wearing masks. Still, like a lot. Like even after that, even after everything. Well, I guess, I mean, some people might not really pay attention to media of any kind, and I get that. Like, some of them might just not know, I guess, but and then, like, I feel bad for them. I start feeling like, oh man, they must be so scared, you know, because if you're still wearing a mask, you must be so full of fear, you know, poor people. And then I remember that if they're still wearing a mask, they probably don't have any empathy or sympathy or prefrontal lobe activity, and that they would probably feed me to a shark, not even in a malevolent way, just to kind of see what happens, you know. Like, oh, let's feed this guy to a shark here, let's see what happens, or just push me in front of a truck because they need to you know, they need to get on the curb, like that, you know. I was looking last night when I'm walking around, and I'm not going to get too into this, but I don't know how many, like, esoteric bros live in the kind of climate, like a tourist area that I do, and it allows me to have some really interesting observations that I don't think many people have the blessing to have to observe, like just the way people walk. I always talk about the herds. I'm looking last night over on Kalakaua. I mean, yeah, Kalakaua. This is Kuhio. We'll be over there on Kalakaua in a minute, anyway. But and I'm just looking at how people stay in herds, and I'm thinking, if every footprint was to leave a mark on the ground, you'd be able to look from an aerial view of the street, right? And on these big sidewalks where all the stores are, you would just see a line. You just see a line with very few footprints moving to the left or the right of the line. And because people just stay together, they just, strangers, right? But they all stay together, like in herds. They follow each other, even though you can clearly see what's up ahead. Like there are times when you could break off from the herd, and I do quite a bit. You can move over to the right, move over to the left. There are these little alcove type things that, you know, the street will split and it'll run alongside the main sidewalk, you know. And I do that too, so I'm not like in the herd. But not many other people do. It's just weird to me. Like I don't know if that's like, I don't know what the fuck that is, but like I'm saying, if you were to look at the feet from an above view, you would just see this line. You'd see this line with no one going outside of it. I mean, maybe that's something even I only understand. Like, I think if you probably showed this to some of those people, like, they wouldn't know what the fuck I was talking about. Like, yeah, that's where people are walking. I'm like, yeah, but you don't have to stay in this. You know what I mean? I don't know. This is a fucking me issue again, I guess. The Damned, I've been doing videos about them for there, because they have a new album coming out. Darkadelic. And I'm trying to, just for fun, go through each of their albums, talk about each of their albums. And I apologize to people who don't give a shit about that. I do appreciate you guys that come by. It's really cool, and I'm very thankful that I have people that are interested in the weird shit I talk about. But yeah, so I've been doing this, and I wake up to like a alert from my music thing that they have a new track up. So like I'm listening to it on Spotify, and I'm like, I want to hear what people are saying about it, right? So I go to their official YouTube channel, right? There's no comments. Like, no one had, it's been up 16 hours, right? At the point I'm looking at it, about an hour ago. 16 hours, 9 views. In 16 hours. My band videos where I walk around mumbling about the band incoherently with a lot of ums and ahs, those get more views in that time. That ain't right. This is the actual guy. This is the band. That's a management problem. That's a business problem. Like, that shouldn't be happening. I'm just a fucking fan, you know, with my cell phone. That doesn't feel right to me. Like, I gotta figure. I think they're on Ear One Music, which, from what I understand, is just it's sort of like an umbrella company that has a lot of other little companies under it that do like video and all kinds of other shit. So I don't know how, if it's just distribution or what the deal is, but they've always been plagued by bad sort of business shit. Like, no one's ever really taken care of their stuff. I know Dave's wife, she's like a legend in her own right. Holy God, this is when I really fear Alzheimer's, because I can't. Patricia Morrison, thank you. Oh God, Sisters of Mercy, the Gun Club. She was in the Damned. Legendary. Her image, right, is like she was the first like goth girl, pretty much. Once you take away like the 1950s sort of Elvira, not Elvira, but that sort of 60s, 50s kind of look, where vampire type stuff. She was like Dave in a way, like a pioneer for that whole look. So people would know her for her image probably more than even her music, and her music is, you know, awesome. Sisters of Mercy, like the good stuff, like Clubland and the Gun Club, very important band. Not like, they kind of invented what would be like known as cowpunk, and I don't even think they fucking were trying to do that. So yeah, so she was managing them around the early part of the century, but then when they got when she got pregnant with their daughter, I think she may have left them behind. I would think she would probably have been the best one for them, because she actually probably cared. But I don't know who handles them now, their business stuff. I don't know, but they should fire themselves, because that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That's not embarrassing for the band. It's embarrassing for whoever handles their business. You know what I mean? Like, come on. 9 views, 16 hours. Fucking 3 likes. You know? I walk around, I shuffle around here, potato mouth, fucking mumbling about them, and I get better metrics. That shouldn't be possible. That shouldn't be possible. Someone's doing something wrong. The song itself, it's all. I don't know, I gotta be honest here. I'm glad that Captain and Dave wrote it together. I have no preference, really, for who writes the songs. Although sometimes if one person has too much, like as far as an album, like I think about So Who's Paranoid album, 2008, it was all Captain. Captain wrote everything there. And it feels like it, you know? Like, it almost feels like a Captain album. Captain's solo shit is really good. I've only been recently digging into that stuff. I knew it superficially, you know, The Universe of Jeffrey Brown. There's a really good live album that came out in '94. It's called Live at the Milky Way. I just have to get people off my ass. No one out here, right? Nobody out here but people right on my butt. Right? There's no one out here but me and those two. And those two were getting up between my fucking cheeks. Whatever. There's a Captain live album from '94 called Live at the Milky Way. It's fucking stunning. It's good. It's a live album, okay. It's not just like a straight off the board live album. It's a live album with embellishments, but kind of good embellishments. He kind of creates this kind of thing where there's stuff in between the songs. He does these, you know, little production flourishes, these psychedelic sounding things. He makes it into kind of a story. It's like a concept kind of live album. It's really cool. His voice sounds incredible on it too. And the weird thing too, like he opens with Jet Boy, Jet Girl, a classic homoerotic sort of punk song that was covered by a bunch of different people. Captain actually is doing a cover himself when he put that song on. Antonio Molo was the original guy, that's still up on YouTube, but his version of it on a TV show, which is a must watch, he gets a sack of flour and smashes himself in the head with it while singing about gay sex. So I noticed he omitted the gay stuff from it. He changed gives me head to he gives me hell. I don't know if that was a record company thing or what, but that's the only thing that I was like kind of weird. Not like it makes a difference, you know, but it, you know, whatever. It's just something to point out. But he sounds great. His voice sounds great. He does damn songs, and as I'm listening to Smash It Up, I'm like, have I ever heard him sing damn songs? I know he has in his solo shows, but I guess I never really listened too closely to what he was doing with his solo shows, because man, he sounds incredible. I mean, he's not going to take Dave's job, but he sounds really good. And I think that has something to do with him being a writer on those songs too. I think it feels like sometimes when an artist sings something they wrote, it just kind of sounds better, especially when it comes to lyrics too. I mean, it always just kind of, because they can put more into it or something. I don't know what that is. I think you know what I'm talking about though. But yeah, so this song is called Beware of the Clown. And they'd been kind of hyping it up a bit earlier when the pre-promotional stuff came out. They have these Beware of the Clown pins. And Captain plays the role of the clown. What I'm guessing, I saw clips of it when they're advertising for the album. And I thought it might be in the Invisible Man video. I'm not a big video guy. I watched it like once and I was like, all right, whatever. But I don't know if he's a clown in that video or if they were showing clips from a video they made for this. It's not out yet, either way. Just the track seems to be out there. Although that could change. This is all very new stuff. This is all breaking information. It's cool. I get the same kind of feel I did from the first song that they released. Hey, whoa, what the fuck song is that? Oh, Invisible Man, I just said it. This kind of theme, Invisible Man, clowns. I think there's something else that's kind of in that wheelhouse for names of songs. I looked at the track listing. But it's encouraging that they're writing it together. But it's kind of, I hate to say it, but it's almost like not of this earth type of thing, where it's neither a fish nor tiger. It's like right in the middle. It's like this. It's not. Well, no, I shouldn't compare it to that album because that almost even had nothing to do with them. They just performed it. But it's like this. As far as the genre, if you had to put it in a genre, it's kind of just like straight ahead, sort of hard rock. As straight ahead as you can get with the Dan. Monty is, of course, putting those cool garage band 60s flourishes in there. And it might be a grower. It might be a grower because Invisible Man is growing on me now. When I hear that, how that kicks off with that vocal that I just did perfectly for you. It's like, it sounds good to me. It's like, yeah, this is good. But at first it was just like, you know, this is the same way. So it could be a grower. It's a grower, not a shower. It's just, they don't put albums out that often, man. So it's usually like it's a rare thing when they do. So I'm just kind of glad to be getting something for as long as I can still enjoy music, because that's getting to be tough, man. That's getting to be tough, you know. The more I learn, the more I uncover, the more I understand, the more I just see it. I see the occult shit. Even like I look at shit like a Instagram feed. You know, I have a couple accounts on there, so every time I see a meme I like or just something interesting or I want to show one of my new videos, I always put stuff on there. And there's just so much occult stuff on there, man. Not like blatant Satan demons or stuff, but like just a lot of the models. Not even amateur ones, but professional ones too. Like I was looking at this one girl who's a bass player in Sean Lennon's band. One of the Lennons. I'm pretty sure it's Sean Lennon, the younger one. She's a bassist but a model, and every one of her like modeling photos has like all these eyes in it, transhumanism in it, like every fucking one, you know, to the point where you gotta think they must know And then you think, well, maybe they don't. You know, they have stylists and people around them that kind of bake this stuff into it. And even those people don't know sometimes. That's how this thing works. Like I said before, like the kind of system is leaky. It's like a force that just kind of seeps into everything. And it can get into art. You know, it can find its way into art. Like I've told stories how it has with some of my stuff without my knowing, you know. So it just creeps in there sometimes. But some of this stuff is just so blatant. Or maybe it's not so blatant, I'm just becoming more attuned to seeing it. But yeah, I you know, movies are kind of out for me. It's just impossible to watch. The last one I watched, and I'm gonna stop babbling about dumb shit and get my Ross on in a minute. The last one I watched was Ant-Man. I don't know, I was bored. I don't know. But before that, it was Batman. Cape shit stuff. And I see the stuff. It just jumps out at me. It's impossible to refuse. Dun 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 dun. Okay, I'm going to Ross. Go blame the teacher, blame the school.